Heroes Toy Reviews is not intended for children or anyone under the age of 17.
Today on Heroes Toy Reviews, we'll see why all good things come to an end. And when Star Trek month continues today on Heroes Toy Reviews.
Hebro77 here, and welcome to a brand new YouTube channel. This is Hebro's Toy Review. But this is the 1983 Jump Jetpack. I just broke his crotch. What do you think about her? I was playing tennis
Hello everybody, and welcome to Heroes Toy Reviews. This is the continuation of Star Trek month. And as you notice at the beginning, I said all good things must come to an end. That's because today for Star Trek month, we'll be reviewing the Star Trek Next Generation Geordi LaFordge from the episode All Good Things, which was the very last episode. It was the series finale of Star Trek Next Generation. And yes, they did make figures for it. As I said in a previous video not too long ago, they made figures for pretty much every episode of Star Trek The Next Generation. And this is no exception. Let me just get an up close of here, even though you will see him up close and personal in our review. Speaking of which, why waste another moment? Let's get on with the review as Star Trek month continues. And here we have Lieutenant Geordi LaFordge from All Good Things. And as you can see, man, he looks just like he did in that episode. He's got the blue eyes and the mustache and whatnot have you. Now, Geordi LaFordge, LeVar Burton has always complained about the visor, said it doesn't give his acting abilities the range of motion that they need to show his emotions and stuff like that. But I think his eyebrows through the visors actually did quite the good job of showing his range of acting motion. But who am I to say? I'm not an actor, nor have I ever played one on TV. But this Geordi LaFordge, in the future, has had correction surgery, which implants, in which they gave him implants, bionic implants, which the technology might have come much further along after their encounter with the Borg. And since this is a Q-heavy episode, perhaps this was something that was passed along by Q, introducing them to the Borg much faster than they would have beforehand. And again, seeing how the episode ends, maybe none of this ever does come to pass. As we look at Generations, he still has the visor. In fact, it isn't until the following movie after Generations, First Contact, when he actually does have this corrective surgery. So maybe some of the stuff that happens in Picard's future is true, and some of it not so much. But who knows? Now, the bionic implants do go all the way back to the first season, where Dr. Crusher mentions that he could have bionic implants. Was it the first season or second season with Dr. Pulaski? I can't remember. I think it does go all the way back to the first season, but I'll have to check that out again. And I advise that you check it out again as well. But anyway, this Geordi LaFordge comes with his own bio card here, and also his own set of accessories, which includes a very interesting accessory, this book here, which I will show you more of these accessories once I take them out of the package. But before I take them out of the package, here is a Venture sticker for $4.99. And the figure was sold a couple years ago at a collector store in Evansville, Indiana for $7.99. And this figure was originally sold for $4.99, brand new on shelves, back in, I believe it was 93 would have been their last, well, it would have not necessarily come out in 93, but anyway, let's take a look at the back of the package. And as you can see, it's not quite the same as some of the other Star Trek packaging. As a matter of fact, it really does differ, because this is the review we're doing next. And if you look at the back of this package, which is also from All Good Things, you will see a total different packaging. The heads on the back are smaller, and there's actually the same promo, but even the picture on here, if you compare them, look, this one appears to be bigger than the promo on the back of this one, which makes me wonder, were these in the same production at the same time, or were they produced at different times and released at different times? I mean, just look at the differences in both. They are not just slightly different, but all the way different. And this one has promotions for Deep Space Nine. Now that you've seen a look at this Geordi LaFordge figure inside the package, let's take a look at him outside of the package with all his accessories. And here he is outside the package and with his accessories. He comes with a computer. That's what I call these, computer. We'll get to the book last because there's something I want to say about it. What looks like a little communicator device. A coffee mug, which is pretty cool because it looks like something outside of the Enterprise. You know, the other ones that Guinan came with look pretty standard, but these look a little different. And finally, the book. Let's talk about this book. Now, this book is very identical to a Captain Picard that would come out later for the Generations movie, but his would be blue, and his was supposed to be the Picard Family album. Now, let me go ahead and see if I could find that. Well, I couldn't find it, but anyway, it's blue, dark blue, and looks exactly like this. As you know, toy companies like to recycle a lot. Here is the stand he comes with, and this is one of the most unusual figure stands I've ever seen. And man, I gotta tell you, I don't know how sturdy this damn thing actually would be to put him on there. I guess we could find out. I got him on the figure stand, and I guess it works, but it's just really awkward. I guess it looks better than, let's see, where's your regular badge figure stands like this. Here. Oh wow, I actually grabbed a LaForge. But I prefer the communication badge figure stands over these. They're nice and round, and they hold the figures just perfect. And they even work good on carpet, even though I don't know why you would have your figures displayed on carpet, but who knows. But anyway, this is just awesome. You got a Geordi LaFordge that has eyes, and he has a mustache. Now here's what pisses me off about these figures. Notice the open hands and how they're just like you can't really put anything in their hands. I mean, you try, like, let's use the book for an example. Do you think the book's really going to fit in his hand? I mean, look, it's not even. Well, it does if it's closed up like that, I guess. But look what happens when I move it up. Hold on. Yeah. It's not going to stay in there at all. Same thing with this coffee mug. Like, what are they thinking? I really hate the open hand stance that they put on these figures. Why didn't they have closed fist or like more like G.I. Joes or something? You can't fit a communicator. You can't fit the coffee mug. You might be able to fit communicator in that other hand. Let's see. Yeah. No, it doesn't even fit. And that's the case with a lot of these next generation Star Trek action figures, as a lot of their accessories really don't fit in their hands very well. I mean, just look at Data. Hold on, where is he? Oh, boy. Yeah, I can't. Oh, there he is. Hold on. 1 second here. What? Look how... Not that one. Okay. Look how flat. Look. What the heck are you supposed to put in that anyway? Like, I mean, seriously. And that, what were they doing down there at Playmates? You guys made Ninja Turtles before you made Star Trek, and you mean you couldn't come up with good hands? Now, the ones from the Generation movie, they had actually pretty decent hands that could hold stuff. Why the heck couldn't you guys give us an action figure with bendable legs and bendable arms and these kind of hands? That's what we needed. But no, you gave us hands that cannot hand anything. Anyway, so getting back to Geordi LaFordge. Boy, I really went on a rant there, didn't I? Getting back to Geordi LaFordge, he comes with his own bio card, of course, with information. Nothing on the back you can see there. But man, these are so awesome. I just wish they had like actual freaking information on the episodes and all that. Some of them do. But this is just, you know, for looks and whatever. But see, you have to literally tear these open. Like, why couldn't they just design it where you could see them on the back and you don't have to take them out of the package? I am very disappointed in that, and I'm going to put this in here, by the way, when I'm done. But seriously, I had to open that. Now it's not worth anything if I was a collector, and let's say I got him online somewhere, you know, off the card, like mint off card, and he came with this. I wouldn't know what was on the back. I wouldn't know his bio or anything. I'd have to open the dang package, and then it would ruin the value. Of course, I'm not really concerned with things like that, obviously. And it says, place stamp here. Now this is interesting, because I've never seen this before. Star Trek custom reply card. So this is one of those cards where you can send it in and apparently make your own custom figure or design your own custom figure, and they would design it for you. So basically giving them ideas for your own, like you would literally write down your ideas for what you would do for a customized figure, and then they would take those ideas and go, oh, here's a figure that we haven't come out with yet. So this was really cool. Really cool. Then you mail it to them. This is place stamp here, and voila. But anyway, what do I think about this figure? Well, he's a pretty cool looking figure. I mean, it's Geordi LaFordge, but in like his street clothes. And if you wanted a Geordi LaFordge without his visor and in his street clothes, you could be like, yeah, I grew in a mustache and got bionic implants and all that. But actually, I wonder something. Could you put a visor on him if you wanted to? That's a good question. Kind of, but they don't stay on because he doesn't have the little plug hose in his head. I've got him propped. Here's what would happen if he wasn't propped. Well, actually, oh, yeah, there they go. So, what do I think of the figure overall? Well, I got to give him an A+, because he's a really good representative of the episode All Good Things, and he comes with some really cool accessories. Even his figure stand, which I'm not a huge fan of, does work, and it works well. And it is different, and I like stuff that is different. I like the fact that they later reused this book and just did it in a different color. I like the fact that he's very versatile. You can use him as different guys and stuff. Overall, like I said, I would have to give this figure an A+. And not only that, but he is a great figure for your Star Trek Next Generation action figure collection. And that's really all I have to say about the figure. If you were doing stop motion, wanted to use him for other things as well, then yeah, go for it. But overall, like I said, A+, and that pretty much does it for this review. Well, that does it for this review of All Good Things, Geordi LaFordge. And it is Friday, so I want you to all have a great weekend. And next week, we will be reviewing Captain Picard, All Good Things action figure. That should be a great one. But until then, just remember, knowing isn't just half the battle, it's the whole damn war. We'll see you next time for Star Trek Month. See you then.